I be trying to?
That was a whole bunch of sandhill cranes getting up out of a field. We're here at the Wheeler National Wildlife Reserve in Decatur, Alabama. It's about 20 degrees right now, so it's cold for Alabama. We are trying to get some good photos this morning. It's a beautiful bluebird day out, and we are having an awesome time. There's Crystal, all bundled up, trying to get some good shots of the sandhill cranes. There's a ton in that field right there, but they are really observant, and it doesn't take much for them to fly. So she's trying to be super stealthy and not disturb them, but still get some good shots of them flying or feeding through the field. All camoed up with a bright white lens. How good do you think that is?
I gave him the camo lens.
You think they can see that? Doesn't stick out at all, does it?
So Mark and I are still out and about trying to take pictures of the Sandhill cranes and possibly the whooping cranes. But we are also noticing, even though the conditions are around 16 degrees right now, heat wave is happening in a lot of the pictures where the cranes are out in the fields. Just stuff, you know, that happens. That
not ideal photography conditions.
Yeah, but it's also like really surprising. So we're having a good time either way. Seeing a lot of stuff. So it's always good to get out and be in the outdoors and, you know, get windburn a little bit. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some close by and maybe not with the heat wave pictures. If we get some good ones, I'll add them in the video here. We'll see.
So we're walking down this path through a field, and I think there's a slough up here that might not be froze over. We just saw some ducks circle and drop into it, so I think there's some open water. So we're gonna try and sneak up. Don't know what kind of view we'll have, but we're gonna kind of creep up there and see if we can get some good shots of whatever type of ducks or waterfowl they are.
It's
There's
exciting.
5 more.
5 more.
Flying over the slough.
Let's see.
Yep, hopefully we can get some good shots.
Yeah. Yep. Don't know if you can see that from this distance, but there are some ducks circling to decide whether or not they're going to drop in. And that's what we're looking at right now. We're going to sneak up here. Let's see. It's Fowlers.
There's some ducks and geese out there, tucked up against the brush, and that's what Crystal's trying to get a shot of. We're trying to see if she can sneak out there.
So unfortunately we got up here and we did not have any ducks up close, but they are hiding out way out there. If you look at that line, that beach area and water out in front of it, it's just filled with egrets, ducks, cranes, so much more. So no close-ups today, but that's okay.
We found another angle that Crystal might be able to get some good shots of some northern shovelers, and there's some egrets posted up there as well. Saw a couple of gadwalls land pretty close, so she might be able to get those as well. You can see the white dots right there and the ducks down there and there. I don't know if she'll be able to get quite close enough for a good shot, but it's as close as we've been to ducks today, so it's worth her sneaking up there and seeing if she can get some good northern shovelers in that telelens that she's got. She's shooting on a Canon R5 with the Canon 200 to 800 millimeter zoom lens, so she's got some good reach. And the R5 is 45 megapixel camera, I believe, so you can zoom in pretty good on it. So she might be able to get some good shots. As you can see, she's nice, slowly crawling up, trying to get it. We'll check back in and see how she does.
Despite having struggles with the heat wave, I was able to get a few photos to come out clear, especially the gadwalls because they were standing on the ice. I kept some of the other ones just so I could learn from it and do some creative edits.
She is working real hard to get pictures of the cranes. They're pretty wary animals and they don't like us being too close to them. But there's some right over the edge right there that we're hoping she can get a good picture of. I've got you zoomed in. There's Crystal, and then off to the left there's the Sandhill Cranes. She's working her way close. I can't tell if they've spotted her yet or noticed that there's something there and can't pick it out yet or not. But she's doing a good job of putting the sneak on them. Yeah, I am pretty zoomed in on my phone. Crystal's just a little dot. You can see a brown patch in her green hat. And the cranes are off to the left a little bit. I think she's done real well. They're back to kind of walking around and feeding. I thought maybe for a second they had seen her. They all kind of popped up and started looking around. But they're back to being pretty relaxed. So she's done really well sneaking up on them where she's at. I hope she's close enough and has a clear enough shot to get some good pictures of them. She certainly worked hard to get there. Well, a whole bunch of the cranes in another field got up and got to flying. And I think the few that she was stalked up on and taking pictures of decided they needed to fly too, so they just left the field. So we're gonna walk up and see how she feels after that long crawl. What was that? A little wet. Ooh, how is that stalk? Cold?
Cold and wet.
Yeah, well, you did a good job. Whew. Did you get some good shots?
We'll see if we got past the heat wave on it.
All right, well, if there's some good shots, we'll post them in here to show you what she got. Whew, it is, yeah, it's cold, so we might have to get up and do a little moving around and try and warm up. We got to hustle back to the car anyway. It's starting to get late.